If you've already viewed the session on pivot tables, we're going to take this one step further now and look at a pivot table with a graph. So for this example, I'm using the membership data, demo data that we have. I'm going to highlight the information that we want to create a pivot table on, which is just my membership data. I'm going to go to my Insert menu, and instead of choosing Pivot Table, which we've done before, I'm going to choose this one in the middle of the ribbon bar called Pivot Chart. And you'll see it's had an arrow on it. I'm going to click it, and I can either choose just Pivot Chart or Chart and Table. Let's do both together, Pivot Chart and Pivot Table. So we have a similar menu structure. Select the table that you want to adapt the data for, which we had already highlighted. Choose where you want the table and the graph to appear, and in this case I'm going to say a new worksheet. So the pivot table is going to appear on a totally new tab across the bottom here. Okay, and you'll see I have a new tab and I've got the same type of pivot screen as I've had before. And in this case, what I want to do is I want to look at the membership category and how much has been paid. So I've taken the category field into the axis label, and I've taken the fee paid into the values. And what you will see here is I've got my summary in my pivot table. This is the total amount of membership paid by adults, juniors, and young adults. And it's giving me a graph of that information. And on this occasion, I'm going to take it one step further. I'm going to take main interest into filters. So what you can now see is that I've got all of the interests, and this is the summary of the membership fees paid. And this is a graph of that information. So you can see it's automatically given me a scale of my graph and put my categories along the bottom, which is what I asked it to do. Category on the x-axis. But now what I can do is I can apply these filters. So if I click on this filter button and I just want to see my gym members by category and click OK, this is the amount of membership paid in each category for people whose main interest was gym, and it has changed my graph. Pivot tables are an extremely useful way of presenting a lot of data in a different way, but you do have to practice in order to get the fields in the right place. So if you have a spreadsheet with a lot of data on it that you could practice this with, I would recommend you did. So just to recap, in order to get a pivot chart and table, we do it on our Insert menu and we choose this icon here, Pivot Chart.